Alrighty, Angus here. A couple of people have asked me how to place stop losses and take profits around their online trades with TradingView. So I quite like that TradingView has the ability to connect to different brokers. It just means you can have all your charting and all your trading on the one screen. So you can see here I've got a connected broker through TradeStation. TradeStation's quite good. I find them nice and easy to use. If I have my stock here, which is ARM, you can see I hold 17 at an average price of $51.69. The last price is $124.90. My unrealized P&L is a bit over $1,000, and I'm up 141% on this particular trade. So if I look at all those numbers along there and I go up to here, you can see I've got 17 is my position. So that's 17 there. This is automatically put onto the chart. The average buy price is 51.69, 51.69, and I'm up 141%. So you can see I'm up 141%. Normally what I would do is I'd simply hover over this, and you can see that if I drag my take profit and my stop loss, see how it separates out. And so I could put that around my order. But unfortunately, because mine's gone so far up, if I move it all the way up here, you can see the bottom number here drops into a negative area, which you can't do logically. So there's no point in me having that there. It will just create an error. Like if I go up here and I let it go, I'll get an error. And so what I need to do in this particular circumstance instead, so that dragging it up and down is the easiest way to do it. This will reverse the position and turn to a short, which you don't want to do. But so what I'll do, and you can see under my orders, there's no pending orders. So just to make sure there's no orders under there. But I go to my positions, and so what I do is I just click on the 17 here, which opens this up, and I'm going to say if it gets up to, let's say, $160, then I might take profit, 160. And if it goes down to, let's say, I don't know, $100, and it doesn't have to be very precise, you can go take, that's my stop loss. I go modify now. And so now you can see that it's put in those two orders. See, I've got orders 2. Underneath this orders 2, if I go to inactive and go down a bit, let's hide this again and scroll this up so you can see. So you can see here I've now got a sell order stop at $100 and a sell order limit at 160. And so the orders are just basically sitting there now ready to go. And if I wanted to modify these now, all I've got to do is drag it. See, I can move it up slightly. And this one here, I might think, well, it's been up that high before. So, do I have it down here, where it's sort of almost trading in a channel? Like if I moved it down to there, I'd feel like pretty confident that it might move back up there at some stage. If I move it back up to here, at let's say 160-ish, not quite right, but it's pretty close, as you can see. And so you can see the orders are now updated down below. So, I've just moved that top one up around, and so it's now at 158, it's 158. And so that's just a super, super simple way of setting these, stop orders. Another way that I've sometimes done things is what I can do is, instead of saying, let's set a limit price and let's have a stop loss, here, sometimes what I've done, let me get rid of you. Sometimes what I've done is, go back to my position. Sometimes what I've done is I might put a series of cascading stops in place. So rather than setting the limit for how much profit I can make, I'll start to say, well, let's reduce my risk of losing all this profit if it starts to head back down, which is what I prefer to do, because I want to see, this thing might run to $200. So, why stop out at 160? So what I might be able to do, and I've got to think this through because I haven't done this for a while, I'm going to click on trade, and I'm going to click on the sell side, and I'm going to say, if this price went down to, let's say, make it 110, 110, I'm going to sell 2 units. Get rid of any of this stuff. And it's going to be a stop because I don't want to force the sale. I just want to do it if it hits it. So at 110, I'm going to sell 2 units. Time and force is good to close. And so I'm going to go sell. So you can see now I've got a stop loss here at 2 units. So I'm going to repeat the same thing. I'm going to say at $100, sell 5. Get rid of that. and go sell. And then I'm going to go, well, I know that I've got 17, so I might go 10. And so I'm going to go at stop. I'm going to go at $90. Let's sell the remaining 10 and go sell. And so you can see now what I'm doing is I'm basically saying I'm really happy to give this thing a little bit of room to move around. If it drops from 124 back to 110, I'm going to get rid of 2 of them, take profit on that, because I'm so far up. If it gets down to there, I'll sell a bit more. If it gets down to there, I'll sell the rest. And so I don't mind this as a way of trying to manage risk. I think it's just a slightly different approach. And I can drag these up now. So if this price was to move up, let's pretend the price went up to, I don't know, $140, whatever it is. See how I can start to move these stops up, and I can almost follow these little bracket orders, up as the stock up as the stock moves up. So let's move him back down to around that 110 mark. If I can't get to the 110, I'm just going to click on the 2. I'm going to change to 110 and just go modify order and say he's back. And so if I click on my orders, I can see there's 3 orders. If I move that up, I can see there's 3 orders. It's really nice how it's been built in like this. It works well. It's just a good, easy means of doing this. I like it. Well, I don't know if there's anything else I can tell you that is worth looking at. I think it's pretty good. Like, because I've got 10, 5, and 2 there, if I go and say try and sell another however many, let's say I go down to 80 and I try and sell 10 at 80. When I don't have 10, it should give me an error. So I'll go sell 10. And so see how it says I've already got 17 in the queue, so I can't sell another 10 because I don't have those to sell. So it's good, it's a good system, works well. Get rid of you. If I wanted to get rid of any of these, I just click on the X. As I said, I hope that's useful to anyone who's been trying to work out how to do it, but it's good how all your charting, if you're using moving averages or MACDs or stuff on your stuff on here. Let's say if I go and put in a moving average, 20-day moving average maybe. Let's put a moving average exponential just for something different. So EMA 20. And so I might do something that says if this thing crosses below, the EMA 20, then sell it. That didn't work out because it's already above EMA 50. All right, so if he hits that EMA 50, then sell. And so all I'll do is I'll just move this up and down to wherever the tip of that EMA 50 is. That's one way of doing it. I could say EMA 100. Well, let's do this a bit better. So just to fiddle, copy 1, 2, 3. So I've just copied and pasted. Let's get rid of this one now. And so I'm going to make this one here my 50. I'll make this one green just because I think green is good. I'll use this green, might make it a bit thicker. And go OK. This one here, it's already 100, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to make it orange. Orange is sort of getting to that danger area, make it a bit thicker. And go OK. And then I'm going to make this my EMA 200, because anything that drops below 200 is probably a bad thing. I'll make this red because red's bad. Make it a bit wider. And go OK. So now what I might do is I might say, well, here's all my EMAs. Where's my 200 going? Well, it doesn't have 200 because the stock's too new, so it doesn't have 200 lines of data. Let's make this 150 and see if that fits. 150. Nope. Well, that's bad. But take my word for it. If he was there, he'd be there. But so you could do something like you could say, set my initial stop to this, then set my next stop to this, and then set my next stop to the MA 200. And so that way you just drag these around, and you can basically say, well, if it drops below this particular indicator that I've got on my chart, sell it. If that's one of your signals, if it drops below a support and resistance lines, sell it. If it, whatever you want to put on the chart that you can imagine, if it's Fibonacci lines, if it's whatever, you can set your stop losses against those lines. And as I said, it's just a really, really cool way of you not having to sit there and manually make trades. And as I said, you can use this sort of a strategy just to reduce your risk, and take a bit of profit, if the thing reverses. So I'll leave that there and see what happens down the track. Anyway, hope that was useful to anyone playing along. Thanks for listening.